Welcome to Banana Bread Trades. Here we talk about trading futures. Shit post on Discord, post dank memes, and most importantly, eat banana bread and make money.
Welcome everyone to Banana Bread Trades. My name is Goose and welcome back to another episode of today's review and tomorrow's trade plan. Sorry that I wasn't here yesterday. I took the evening off, went and rode my dirt bike and had a wonderful time, as I really did not intend to trade today, which I didn't, which ended up being great. I mean, I guess I did catch an overnight trade, which we'll talk about tomorrow, but yeah, I pretty much just took today off completely, which was really nice. And now we have quite the setup going into tomorrow. So let's go ahead and talk about the trade that we took on, let's see, what is today? Today's Thursday. So the trade we took Wednesday leading up into Thursday, because I had that, it was like an overnight trade, as well as the, the overnight short scalp, I guess I had early this morning before I was even awake. So let's hop right into it. So what we talked about prior to Wednesday, and we even showed on stream, the trade short that we had going, was we were short overnight from our pivot of 53.33. We had a gap down and we immediately shorted that gap down and we held it all night. And then we ended up holding it all day because the daytime ended up just being a super intense range. I ended up killing my short in the middle of the range right before murder algo. And that's just because, we had a great day. And the top that we had right here, I mean, we had like a perfect quad top here. Like the statistics on something like that breaking, like a high like this getting wicked, are incredibly high. And I mean, the amount of buying that we had all day, that was a perfect setup for a breakout. However, that breakout failed violently at market close. So the murder algo happened, right? We went nowhere, and then right at close we flushed hard. This was one of the wildest post close flushes I've seen in a long time. That 1 hour after the after cash close, where basically the market usually doesn't do anything. Well, in this case, we sold off like another 100 points on NQ and like another 20-30 points on ES. It was a wild after close sell. So it actually ended up going all the way down to my target that I was aiming for all day, but that's okay because we scaled out along the way and we just had one runner left that didn't make it. So I wasn't mad overall. It was a fantastic trade. And then the following day, we opened at Globex and we just continued selling off. Now, overnight, I set a limit long, and I know I talked about in the last video how I don't do limits, but in this case, we had sold basically straight down with no bounces, and we were getting down to our 52.50 level that I have said I will blindly long 52.50. And that's what I did. I set a limit just for one ES contract at 52.50. And I just had a take profit of 10 points. Didn't even like try to shoot for a lot of points. Just like if it hits overnight, I just want my 10-point scalp. And we got that. It ended up being good, like good trade, got our take profit. It was almost like to the bottom. So it was pretty like awesome hit for this morning. And then after that, I was like, all right, we're kind of set for the day. There's no reason for me to trade today. We'll see what RS looks like when it opens. And if it looks good, then maybe we'll squeeze something. But if it looks bad, I'm taking the day off. And we opened up and the rocket scooter map was absolutely dog water. Like it was so bad. So I don't even, like, I'm not even upset about missing it. Let me pull up that rocket scooter map from today. It was so bad. Let's see here if it opens up here. Here we go. So let's make this smaller because we don't need it to be at 250. So right here, we opened up in the middle of the QQQ map, and like, as I've said a lot of times, I said this morning right off the bat, I posted this in verified chat, that this is a garbage map. There's nothing to read from this other than just don't trade today. Or there's not going to be a real good directional bias, which there wasn't. We kind of chopped around. We sold off some, bought up some. There's huge orders being thrown around everywhere. Same thing with ES. It was kind of just like gross choppy range all day. And I gladly just sat out. There was a huge sell order of like 11,000 block at 72 this morning. You guys should all go back to replay and watch, like right when that second dump happened here. Go back and watch, and you'll see an 11,000 block hit the time and sales. It was a huge sell order, and that kind of just sparked the sell for the rest of the day. But yeah, overall, the rocket scooter map was gross. I honestly hate trading when we're not opening up in the bull zone here, which is like the call zone. If we're not in that zone, then usually that means we're just going to be a little bit volatile and not clear directional bias. Whereas when we open in the bull zone, it's usually much less volatile and, it's a more clear, long bias. Well, we can still have short days, but the long setups are a lot easier to find and it's less volatile. So yeah, just was like I said, this is like a horrible map. So I just sat out for the day and, it ended up paying off because the day was super gross. We got no trades today. So let's look at those trades as well. Let me pull up my trading journal. So if you come to our Discord here and you scroll down to the accountability section, trading journal, then find Goose, you'll find my trading journal. And we posted our trade plan, which we had talked about. Shorts and targets were 52.75. And that's what we wanted to do. And then that's what we ended up doing. We gapped down overnight. I got short. And then I held that short all the way until market closed. Like I said, market closed. And then we got this really violent dump post-close. I don't have this screenshotted for post-close, but, as you guys saw, we sold all the way off to like 70.65 after close. Like that was a pretty gnarly dump. But yeah, overall, this was a great trade. It was really nice that we got short. It really didn't go against us. And then it never really gave like any real bounces at all overnight to make us nervous. I was able to just set my stop, set my take profits along the way. And, by the time I woke up and, got to charts, both of these two take profits were already, taken. I set them a little early to what my normal, targets would be. I like to front run my targets on these longer trades by about 5 points if I'm trading overnight. That way I just know that I'm not front runned. If I can't sit there and watch and see if I'm going to be front runned, that just ensures that doesn't happen. And especially on these longer trades, you don't want to be very greedy. So that's what we took yesterday. And then, like I said, this morning, I don't have a screenshot of it. I haven't posted all that yet. But I had long from 52.50 for just 10 points, just a short scalp. Just because, it happened when I wasn't even at charts yet. But that 52.50 level, like if you watch these, we've been screaming that level for like the last 2 weeks. Oh, that's like our generational, bounce opportunity there. Which, come to that now, man, we sold through it. And we kind of have to look at our plan here a little bit and be like, okay, what happens now? So we sold through 52.50. Now, what do we need to see in order to get long? Because we flushed through it pretty good. What we want to see is, I can adjust this here. So where we are now, we want to see us break back above 52.50, come up, and then maybe try to retest. And if it fails to break below 52.50, or if it tries to sell below 52.50 and buys up again, then we can get long, targeting this overnight or this untested POC at 52.90, as well as this really gross high at 52.97, 5,300. That is our long target. If we end up getting long, if we get above, like I said, and I'll reiterate this several times, we need to break back above 52.50 and hold 52.50 before we get long. We want to be in on the right side of the V. Getting in right here tells us nothing. We're not confirmed that our level is holding. Right now we're trying to find sellers below. And that's the other part of this here too, is if we don't take 52.50, or even if we do break above 52.50 here, if we fail to hold 52.50, break back down below, it's the same trade the other way. If 52.50 fails to hold and breaks down, we're going to start looking for shorts on the failure of that 52.50 all the way down to 51.85. Now, there is going to be some major turbulence around this 52.10 area. We're going to have to look out for that because this was a very, very turbulent range with a lot of big orders coming through. If you guys remember this, I have it marked out for that exact reason because of the size and volatility of those orders. So you will want to keep an eye out for that area. I will probably, if I end up taking a short at 52.50, I'm going to be clearing most of my runners outside of maybe one or two in this 52.10 area. And then maybe we'll hold one or two to 51.85 and then possibly down to 51.50. If we get down to 51.50, guys, if we break below 51.50, we are in certified for realsies on God, my brother, bear market. Like, we're kind of there already. We're breaking below this maximum defense level of 52.50. So like I said, this defense level is kind of defending at the moment, right? This is the fight we're watching. But if it does not hold, then we are kind of certified bear market, in my opinion. And then under 51.50, we're like super bear market. So under 51.50, we're really going to have to stop and reevaluate what the market is doing to plan some more macros type trades. But for now, we are still just level to level of under 51.50. The next area down is 51.85. With, there's going to be some turbulence in here, but 51.85 is the next level that we look for. And then really that 51.50 level is going to be like the major pivot area. And I expect 51.50 to hold outside of some major economic, troubles going on. So that's what we're looking at right now. And like I said, above 51.50, we just take our long to our next level, just as we planned, which the next level above is going to be basically 5,300. That high up there, the untested POC at 52.91 to 5,300. That's what we're looking for at that next level. I'm actually going to go ahead and do something pretty crazy here. Pretty crazy. I'm going to delete our 52.75 level. I did it. It's gone now. We don't care about the 52.75 level. It's tested from both sides. So it's not really valuable anymore, in my opinion, as far as, a macro trade goes for these longer swing trades. So I'm good with 52.75 being gone. And now we're looking for these next big trades, which, this is what we got going on. So if we end up breaking this high at 5,300, I don't necessarily think I hold along all the way back up to 53.33. I think it's going to be one of those deals where I take profit here and then start to plan for the next trade, just because when we break above that, it's going to need to be really bullish to continue that trend up to 53.33, and we might just wick that and then continue to roll. So my faith above this level is pretty low. So that's what we're looking at right now. We'll see what develops overnight, or, right here, right now. We'll kind of watch this action and then maybe make a trade plan, fresh thing in the morning. Or like I said, maybe overnight here we'll form something too if we get something really clear happen. But as of right now, we need to see some confirmation one way or the other. This is that first little wick test, and it kind of looks like it's rejecting this 52.50 area, but it's probably going to fight here a little bit more, and then, we can kind of plan a trade from here. But I expect a little bit of chop in this area, and once we get some confirmation one way or the other, we'll get in that trade. But I don't want to just get in the trade right in the middle of the chop zone. So that's our plan for now. Let's flip over to NQ, because I know you guys are fiending for an NQ trade plan. And same thing is going on with NQ right now. It's starting to sell below this level that we have here at 55.50. I really didn't expect it to sell off as much as it did relative to ES. This NQ has really been, like, I would say exponentially bearish the last 2 days compared to ES. So that's kind of something to keep an eye out. Tech's way weaker than everything else right now. Breathe. But so our next move down on NQ is going to be 18,300. That's this major. There's a couple POCs right here. This is the last untested POC at 18,300. So that's our next move down. And then, I mean, this 18,300 to 18,100 area, I am expecting is going to be really gross and volatile. There was a lot of volume up and through here. If you guys can see here, look at all these POCs, all this volume that got put in here. So the move from, 550 to 18,300 should be a pretty nice trendy move. And then once we get in between 18,300 to 18,100, I would expect a lot of volatility up and down, maybe some more rangy situations once we get into there. So that's kind of our plan for now. And I mean, it's the same thing here. If we get above, 18,560, 567-ish area, if we can break above that and hold, it's going to be the same thing. Our target is going to be, our first target is going to be 18,685 for a long, which really isn't too terribly far, with that main target being that 18,837 to 18,880 area where that, that high was. That was really gross. So the distance on NQ, like I'm saying, like it's, I know NQ is a lot more points, but relative to ES, this sell here has just been a lot larger than what we have seen on ES. So that's all we have for today. Please stay safe tomorrow, guys. Please, for the love of God, do not blow your account or get effing liquidated on a Friday in a bear market. I swear to God, if you do, I am going to be so incredibly disappointed and sad, and you'll even ruin my weekend. So please, stay small sized. It's going to be volatile. You'll be able to make a lot of points with very little leverage. Okay. It's going to be volatile. There's going to be a lot of big moves. You don't need a lot of size. So please don't use a whole lot of leverage and get yourself liquidated on your funded accounts. On your evals, I do not care. Do whatever you want. It's an eval. Get it passed. Get to where you're funded. Unless, of course, this is your first time ever getting funded. In which case, you want to prove where you can be profitable. In that case, same thing goes to you. Stay small. Don't get liquidated. And just don't get liquidated, guys. It just makes me so mad when you guys blow all that hard work, okay? Just be safe. I love you guys. No recap tomorrow because it's Friday, so I will see you guys all Sunday night probably, and then I'm going to be on vacation starting Wednesday, so you'll get about 2 or 3 more days of trade plans, and then I'm gone for like 2 weeks. So stay safe tomorrow, guys. Please, for the love of God, don't blow your accounts, and have a fantastic week.
Premium butter, 3 bananas, 2 eggs, your preference of chocolate chips, 2 teaspoons vanilla extracts, 2 cups flour, 1 cup sugar, salt for brown sugar to change it up, 1 teaspoon baking soda, half teaspoon salt, half teaspoon cinnamon, bake for 45 minutes at 350 degrees. After you pull it out of the oven, immediately cover it in tin foil and leave set at room temperature overnight. The tin foil locks in the moisture so that when you cut into it, the next day you have a super moist and delicious bread. And that's how you make the world's best banana